everyone. Welcome to the what number of episodes?
Fifth
Episode?
or sixth?
I don't know. The thing that we recorded the last episode, but we had some problems with the audio.
Technical problems.
Yeah. Was an amazing episode. You brought that thing that you promised.
Yeah. We finally show it, but now it's too late.
It cannot be repeated. Once in a life.
If we get
I don't know.
If we get some money, we can show it.
I guess we are gonna talk a little bit about what we talked the other day.
Yeah.
And other things. What was happening?
So
we talked the other day was about the first. We started talking about the
Last of
Last of Us multiplayer. That it was kind of frozen the development.
Yeah, they say that it was kind of like on ice. So it has been like rumors and a lot of things about this project since I think it was the beginning of this year or something like that. That apparently Naughty Dog is having a lot of problems with the game itself. The rumor was that Bungie came in to control like the project, and they say that they didn't see much opportunity for the game to be good as a live service game. So they were like reworking everything again. But it seems that that's
linked with what the other news that Sony supposedly with G. Ryan was trying to make these studios that made first
single player
games.
Yeah,
they were trying to make them make games as a service, no online game that lasts 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, and
that's what happened with The Last of Us.
Yeah, it seems that many of the studios that were like working on these games, they started like to I don't know, to feel like it wasn't something that they wanted to do, because like you say, they are like focused on single player games. They have been focusing on that for decades now. So like forcing them to get into something that is not really I don't know, something that they do or like they have been doing throughout the years, I think it's like a waste of time and resources for these studios, that they clearly have very big ambitions about the games that they want to do, and it's important to just focus on those experiences. That is what people really like about I don't know, Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Santa Monica,
and probably the Actions 2, the online of Last of Us. Probably it's a good game, but maybe it dies in 1 year, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah,
and that's for Sony and Bungie. It's like, no, we need the game to last more time.
Yeah, I think like Bungie already is part of PlayStation Studios, so I think those one, you have that one, you have Helldivers, at least another live service game. You have some studios that have been working on those kind of like multiplayer things for years now. Bungie with Destiny 1 and 2, previously with Halo, and now they are like making this new game. That is all IP that they have, but they are like kind of making
Marathon.
Yeah,
there was one more.
No, I don't know. I think it was only Marathon, but maybe there is another one. So yeah, you have Bungie doing that. I never like understood if like this decision of forcing these studios to make live service games was part of like the answer to having Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard and maybe not owning the IP anymore.
Probably they want to make different games to see if one is at the same level of a Call of Duty, and they get the money back after losing it.
Yeah,
let's say not the money back, but
at least try to compete in that area. But I think like the good news apparently and this is what I think it should be the direction that Sony needs to take with the company. Is that first, like, they are like scaling back the focus on live service games. Doesn't mean that they are canceling the projects or they are like taking away all those projects that were like being made, but they really want to just try to not focus so much on that, because at the beginning of this year we got the showcase. It was the first showcase in a long time, and it was kind of sad to just see a bunch of CGI trailers, because we didn't even get gameplay for some of the games, and all of these games were like online multiplayer stuff, and we barely saw any first party single player games. So they want to do that. Apparently they want to revive all the PlayStation IPs. I think that's a very good idea. So they are like trying to work a lot more with the third-party publishers and things like that to get back some IPs, or to start to make new entries in different franchises.
Who cares about first-party games? Like, I don't care if it's a third-party. If it's a PlayStation exclusive,
yeah,
same.
Yeah. So they want to work like exclusively with Bandai, with Sega, with Square. So they are like making a focus on reviving these old IPs and also working more with Japanese developers. And the other thing is that apparently they are going to have an acquisition next year, a big one. That I don't know. I really don't care. I think it's not necessary.
I don't think it's gonna be Square. No, like some people saying Square, or I would say Bandai, even like Bandai games.
No, Bandai has From Software, but
yeah.
But I don't think, or like Tekken and things like that. But I don't know. Like, it could be a Square. I think like if it's going to be a Japanese developer, I don't see any other than Square, to be honest.
Yeah, but Square is quite big.
Yeah, but it's the only one I think is working so close with Sony nowadays. But Nintendo too, but they don't get this.
I think that the Japanese developers or whatever are quite jealous of their things. They don't sell out that easily.
Yeah. Apparently, there was a rumor of like last year or something like that Square was like getting ready to be just acquired by Sony, but something happened in the middle. I don't know if it was like all this fight with Microsoft and things like that. So it is possible that now that everything is over, they will just take that.
But it's good. I think that Sony started to compete against Xbox, Microsoft.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be like that. Like Sony. You do what you know what to do. Like, make those games, single player games, great games. Don't try to compete with the others. Like Nintendo doesn't compete with the others.
No, yeah.
Sony at the beginning was competing with Nintendo, no?
Yeah.
Like PlayStation 1, 64, GameCube, PlayStation 2. And Xbox, let Xbox do that shitty thing they do, trying to buy everything and don't do anything.
Yeah. No, like I think it's like you say. I think Sony needs to be more like Nintendo, because also look like what happened with Spider-Man. Spider-Man sold almost 3 million copies in 24 hours. So they get back the money that they invest in these big games, and really fast too, because everyone is always like hungry for more single player games. Spider-Man, God of War. I don't care if there is like 10 games like that, but like people keeps buying those games. So I think it's important for them to just keep doing that. I think like it's nice, all the things that they have with the PS5. You had headphones, controllers, You have the portable thing if you want to play like that. You have a bunch of accessories. You have the VR that is really good. So I don't think it's important to compete with Microsoft, because if it is like in terms of money and buying stuff, Microsoft is going to win always. I don't know now if they had the possibility of keep buying things, maybe not the size of Activision Blizzard, but smaller studios. But at the same time, like I don't know, at least I feel that Microsoft from I don't know what year they bought a bunch of companies and developers, and they barely show anything. Like
they made at least 3 games. They made Redfall, Starfield, Forza. Well, what else?
You have Hi-Fi Rush, but it's just,
Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah.
And then you
the
have
best of all.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I think that one and Forza Horizon 5 were like the most beloved ones. Halo Infinite apparently.
What's funny is like the other day we had like a Xbox event. It was like a third-party showcase, something like that.
Yeah.
And they post on Instagram an image with all the games that were shown there, like Alan Wake 2,
Metal Gear.
Yeah. Like almost every comment is like, "Oh, those games are coming to Game Pass. Nice. Like, oh, I see 4 games that I wanna have in Game Pass." Like, I'm amazed that people now is like, first they don't read, what it says the post.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Game Pass post. Second, if it's not on Game Pass, they don't buy shit. Like I told you before, like if everyone has Game Pass and they don't buy any game, eventually
the quality will drop. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how much is Game Pass? The Ultimate, like $15 euro, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So if a game is $60-$70, you need 4 people subscribing to equalize that one game sold.
Yeah.
Well, that means that you need way more people subscribing than people buying the game.
Yeah. And it's not happening either.
It's not happening. They just wait for the game to be in Game Pass.
Yeah. And I think like most of the people that were like when this news about Nintendo being bought by the Microsoft, a lot of people were like saying it would be nice to have Mario and Zelda in Game Pass.
And it's of course it would be great to have everything in a Game Pass service, of course, but that doesn't work like that. Thing doesn't work like that. Game Pass is great for indie games or games that are already 1 year old.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and it's the same as PlayStation Plus. Like if they can make it like that, I think it's a good thing. But there is a reason why Sony doesn't try to put the first party games on the service as like day one, because they really can't like afford to do that. It's too much money. It's like many years of the developing one game to just put it like in a service. In case of Microsoft, not long ago they had €1 for 1 month, and you could subscribe for that.
Just then they changed it for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. So I don't know. I think the Game Pass stuff and things like that maybe will get better, but I think it's getting like stuck.
It should be like an addition to your collection.
Yeah.
To you buying games. You have Game Pass for games that you wouldn't buy, or smaller games maybe. But it shouldn't be your main thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the good thing about PlayStation Plus. You have it as an additional thing. If you want more games and things like that, it is there. I don't think it's still a great thing because they decided to put classic games and things like that, and I think they have been doing pretty I don't know, bad with like adding classic games. But
there's two things that are wrong with the Plus. First, that you need to pay for playing online. Like the basic system, the basic not system, the tier is like only for online games.
And
those free games that you get with it.
Yeah.
But it's too expensive for only playing online, basically.
Yeah, but I think on Game Pass, on the basic one, you don't even get to play multiplayer online.
I don't think you have to pay for playing online in next.
Yeah, I think you need.
Are you sure? I don't know. I think it's only a PlayStation.
We can search.
And also, they should put way more games, classic games, in the Ultimate.
Yeah.
Tier. I don't know the name. I mean, there's a lot of PS1, PS2 classics that is no. Doesn't got anything to them to put those games there.
Yeah. Here,
just there, like.
it says here that you need to play online on Xbox. You need Xbox Game Pass Core or Game Pass Ultimate.
But you get all the games too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Well, okay. The PlayStation, the first tier is like you don't get almost shit.
No, it's only.
They should just eliminate that and leave the other two plans.
Yeah, like I think the other two are more than enough, and that's it.
Yeah, one with everything and one and a little bit less.
Yeah, I can't remember what is the difference between the middle tier and the higher tier. I think like
you don't in the middle. You don't have the classics.
Yeah, and maybe you don't have the game trials. You know, that you can try like a game for a few hours. But yeah,
I don't care.
No, like I think it's a good thing. Like if you want to try, I know they put some nice games that you can play. I don't know, maybe 5 hours or something like that. See if you like it, and then if you like it, you buy. But yeah, I think it needs to get better just with the classic stuff. If that is better, I think the service will be really good. So that is also the problem, because you have Konami, you have Square. Maybe they don't want to say, okay, take a background story and put it there, because maybe they want to make a remaster in the future or something like that.
Yeah, man, in 20 years, just put it there.
Yeah.
Who's gonna play background story now? I mean, you, me, the people that know the game. The kids are not gonna play now.
No. It's just like the classic stuff is for people that really wants to go back to those consoles. And
the same problem, Nintendo has the same problem, because you pay the online and you have like, I don't know, 20, 30 games per console. It's nothing. You can just upload the whole library of games for what you pay.
Yeah. And also, I think like Nintendo doesn't allow you to pay monthly. You need to pay all at once. Since they, like if you want, because I think they have two options too. One only has like NES and SNES and things like that. And the other one has like N64, Game Boy Advance. So if you want the one that has everything, you need to pay one entire year. And the Nintendo service is quite poor.
I don't know if it was with this Nintendo thing that they kinda upload all the something about Dolphin, no, the emulator, that they search the files of some game and it has some Dolphin files and they just copy the.
It could be.
I mean, you know that the Nintendo works great in
emulation. Yeah. Well, actually, that could be probably why they wanted to sue the people that are in charge of Dolphin, because they were like making a specific app, I think, for Steam Deck, and they just send. I don't know what they send, but
I don't know if that Japanese mentality or what, but they're so stupid. Like, you have millions of people wanting to play your classic games, and you don't give them any choice of.
We already know how is the business. Remember, like when we saw the last Nintendo Direct, they made those remasters, and that's the only way you get access to those games. It's like that.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get a remaster of, I don't know, Golden Sun. Maybe never.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe in the next one is
they have thousands of games.
Yeah. They have too many. And also the problem with Nintendo is that, like, I won't say like every Nintendo game, but when you go to buy it second hand and things like that, it's always super expensive. Like, you want to collect for the GameCube, you're gonna need to buy games that are like the same price, at least the same price as a new PS5 game. So sometimes, or even like, I don't know, Nintendo DS or 3DS. Now that they put like Game Boy Advance games, I understand why they didn't put the Pokemon games from Game Boy Advance. Like, those games are the most expensive ones to buy like second hand, Pokemon Emerald, and that stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit weird.
But let's say that they can make a special plan or subscription to play all those games. People will pay.
Yeah, of course.
They just need to do it. Put them there, and they're gonna receive money from everyone.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't want money. Please, no.
Yeah. They say that the emulation and that stuff apparently destroys creativity or something like that, they say. I don't know, it's really weird. Nintendo, especially with that kind of things, is really weird.
Yeah. They are pretty special.
Yeah.
Special with D.
And what other thing do we have?
Was it the other program that we recorded that you talked about that they were talking about Nintendo, the store of the...
Yeah. Wii U and 3DS.
And then they do that, no?
Yeah.
They close the store, they don't want you to buy the games.
And also, like, the 3DS and the Wii U are not that old. Like, even the PS3 and the PS Vita had their stores open. Of course, like, it's not that easy to buy now. Like, if you want to buy a game on the PS3, it's kind of like you need to charge money to your account and then have that money there. So you need to do it through the website. It's not like you can just use a credit card on the console. But at least it's open. Like, sometimes I go to the store on the PS3 and there is so many games. Like, you can go to the classic section and they have like PS1 games, and they have like Xenogears, Final Fantasy Tactics, Chrono Cross. And like, those games run really good on the PS3 too. And I think for the PS Vita it's the same. So, I don't know. It's weird that they just decided to close everything right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
And talking about buying games digitally, what I told you before we started recording, that today I saw a physical copy of Cool Island, the Con game. You have those fuckers of Remedy that they release Alan Wake 2. No, we can make the physical games. Like, fuck you. I want to have it.
Yeah.
Assholes.
And like with Baldur's Gate was the same. They say like not long ago, if like the people wanted a physical release, and like it's nice that at least they want to do it, but I think like it's not nice that if you want a game, because I don't know, in the case of Baldur's Gate, it happens to us, it happened to everyone that didn't care about the game and saw how many people were playing the game. You want to get into the game. For us, like we are like more physical collectors. It would have been nice to have a physical copy of Baldur's Gate more than just buying the digital, because now, yeah, you enjoy the game. I guess you would like to have it in your collection. I don't know. But buying it now again is kind of like a pain in the ass.
They are releasing it in Japan.
In Japan, yeah. In PlayAsia, you can buy everything now.
But probably it's gonna be all censored.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Japanese one. I don't know what they will need to do to just allow.
Is like a pair of adults having sex or weird things, like a teen looking.
Yeah, they're gonna cut, like remove the scene, like any.
No, it's okay. You can show everything.
Like in The Last of Us 2, they remove an entire scene.
Yeah, I mean they just removed 3 seconds of Abby and
also all the dismember.
all the gore, all dismembering and everything.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we played, we enjoyed, and then realized that.
Yeah, like
all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I was like watching a video, I don't know, one day that it was like my last few days in Japan, and I was watching a video, so I like putting a bomb and everything, like, I don't know, all the characters exploding and you have legs flying and all that stuff, and I thought, yeah, I don't remember the game to be this gore and that stuff. And then I check and I don't know, like I tried to put a bomb and the character came, and yes, you see kind of like blood, but you don't see any pieces of the character like flying around.
Then you tell me and ruin my experience.
Yeah.
Like a retroactive ruin experience.
Yeah. When I came here to Sweden, I just sold my copy and I got a European one without the censorship. Yeah.
Well, we have any? I mean, kind of new. While we were talking also, and they are like firing. A lot of studios are firing people.
Yeah.
Now this Media Molecule, the one that made Dreams, had a big layoff. I think Naughty Dog had laid off. The studio we talked the other day, the other episode, the one that made those Total War, also had a big layoff.
I think Crystal Dynamics too. The people from Fortnite too. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. If they hide, like you say, maybe too many people during the pandemic, and
yeah, it could be that, or I don't know. Yeah, they just want to cut like it's weird because I don't know. Media Molecule, I don't know how they work, but like Epic has so much money that is weird that they decide like to do these kind of things. I don't know how they do it, if the people knows that they're gonna be fired or just like get the news from one day to another and that's it. But it's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know, because like for example, the Microsoft, what they tried to achieve, the growth they tried to achieve, and there was like a news. They tried to keep the 4.4% of growth, but they only reached like 0.7, and they say, "Oh, okay, we're okay." I remember, but maybe that's happening in all the industry.
Yeah, I think like in the case of Media Molecule, again, I think it's more like maybe they are not doing anything that is giving them a lot of money. So maybe they can't sustain the amount of people that they have through, I many years of not producing anything, because I have Dreams, but Dreams is a very niche game. There is not many people that really play the game. There is a lot of things.
Oh, and that's Sony's fault, because supposedly it's like a game engine is kind of decent and strong, but they don't give enough support. I mean, there's no support for.
Yeah, I think like
games in PS5. They should
put it on PC.
Open it to PC, for example.
Yeah, because it's also to use with VR, I think so. And they didn't do an update for the new VR, so yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah,
that's it. Let's talk about the games.
Yeah.
Will I start with what I have been playing?
Yeah, Cocoon.
Cocoon. Oh yeah, I played Cocoon. I didn't finish it. I played like 2 hours, but I think you can finish it in 4 or 5. It wasn't the game for me. I mean, we talked about this in the episode that wasn't released because of the audio problem, so we're gonna be more brief. It's like a puzzle game. It's only puzzles.
Yeah.
And you have like a boss fights. It's made by I think the same guy, one of the guys that made Inside and Limbo. It looks good. The puzzles are good, but I think that personally, I need a little bit more of story sometimes to enjoy the game, and that's what happened with Cocoon for me. Like I couldn't keep playing because it wasn't interesting enough. It's just like only doing puzzles. I don't know. I get bored. I mean, the game is good. You have it on. I think you have it on Game Pass. In Plus, I don't know.
I think maybe you have it on Plus.
But I guess that's also why it received so well reviews.
Yeah.
In part, people like it. I mean, if you have that game not for free because you pay for a monthly fee.
Yeah, include on the service.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good game, but I don't know. I wouldn't review it. I wouldn't say it's a whatever.
Yeah, I saw today a guy that was like just saying the same thing, that he wasn't like feeling Cocoon at all because it's just like pure puzzles. I know that it has a few boss fights or kind of like a Mario boss fight that you need to just hit the thing 3 times and that's it. And that is a puzzle in itself because you need to find the way to beat it. But yeah, like if you don't enjoy playing a lot of puzzles, like for me, I'm not really a puzzle enjoyer.
Yeah.
Like I like them a little bit and sometimes, but it's not like a game. I wouldn't play a game that is just about puzzles. It just makes me.
Depends on the puzzle, no? Like if you're playing something like Baba Is You, that is quite mind blowing, no? Like all the things they have to do. Have you played?
Yeah.
You know? That's more interesting. And it makes you think a lot. But these kind of puzzles are not that hard. So it's just like I don't know. It's not hard enough to be interested for me. If it's super hard, at least you need to use your brain.
Yeah.
You're just walking around, carrying these balls that are like a planet. You enter, go out, but it's quite linear. You know? You're not gonna get stuck, really stuck, with any puzzle. The same with the bosses. Quite
easy.
Yeah. But I don't know. Lots of games published by Annapurna, they look good. They have like a nice art direction and things.
Yeah, they are in charge of Silent Hill game now.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna be a Silent Hill by Annapurna.
Yeah,
but again, like Inside it's like a puzzle game, so it's scrolling, but has this story behind. No, it keeps you interested. Like what's happening? Why these people are following me? Or your character? What's happening in the world? Why is it like that?
Yeah, it is mostly focused on a narrative experience.
Yeah.
This one is just pure gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, there is a story, of course, but it's like an excuse for the game. Like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just played those 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and saying that's it. What I play also that I like way more is Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Like, everybody talk about Sea of Stars, people saying Game of the Year, whatever. It's not that the game disappoint me. I like it a lot, but it's not amazing game. It's made by a really small team of people now, so I give them that. The music is really great. It's made by the same composer that made Chrono Trigger, I think.
Chrono Trigger, yeah.
Like, the music, the art, everything is really good. But the thing is that it fell short in some things. Like, each character has only 3 skills plus an ultimate skill. So that's a little bit disappointing because it's always use the same 2 skills. Sometimes use the third one when you can use the ultimate. If not, you just attack. I mean, that's the biggest problem for me. You don't have much, I don't know, RPG element, but quite simple. The equipment is also simple. It's a nice, kind of small game. It's not that long. Maybe 20 hours, 15, 20 hours, 25. I think it took me a little bit more if you want to do everything. But like I said before, the last time we record, it's a good game to be your first RPG or JRPG type game. If you are like you have a son or a small brother, whatever, 10 years old,
yeah, like
that person is gonna enjoy it a lot, I think.
Yeah,
because it's not that hard.
Yeah, if you didn't play any classic JRPG, maybe this one is a very good entry point.
Yeah, of course, it's way simpler than Chrono Trigger. Or I don't know, Final Fantasy. If you play Final Fantasy, we are playing the Pixel remaster now, or that already finished. But those are a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah.
This game is easy. It's like go here, go there, hit the boss. You're not gonna get stuck, nothing at all. Yeah. But I don't know, it has a lot of love, of course, the people that made the game. But I would say that for me, in our score, I think I say it was like an 8. Could be 8.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, I think it's a good game. I don't know if like in this particular year to call it the game of the year is a little bit hard.
Yeah, no, it's game of the year. No, maybe indie of the year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this year we also have Cocoon.
Cocoon, yeah.
You have Dredge that I haven't played. One with the boat. You know. Dave the Diver is from this year or last year.
No, I think it's this year. Yeah, it's this year, I think.
No. Well, I don't know. It's initially release date October 2022.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. But there were a lot of other games. No, I can't remember. But yeah, but if I compare, for example, Sea of Stars with a game like Tunic the last year, for example, I like more maybe Sea of Stars because I like RPGs, that kind of RPG.
Yeah.
But Tunic thing is a level more.
I think, but I don't know about like these games because I didn't play them, but I know that Tunic had more details in the way that you discover some things. That thing that you showed me about the music, and that was very interesting. Yeah, it seems to be a more like profound game in some way or another than Sea of Stars. That is just like a good classic RPG.
Yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, it's a good game. If you like RPGs, you should play it. If you play a lot of RPGs, maybe you don't need to play it. I mean, I will recommend maybe you, in your case, for example, they say, oh, play Sea of Stars, you need to play it.
No, I think it's like if you really feel like playing a classic JRPG, because it's more like close in some way or another to, I don't know, the Pixel remasters of Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, that kind of JRPG. It's not the same, but it is kind of trying to have that same soul into the gameplay. So if you want to go back to something that is more nostalgic, I guess it's a perfect game to do that. But I don't know, it's not an RPG for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, or like I said before, like a lot of people compare it with Golden Sun because you have these mini puzzles in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Kind of remind me a little bit of that. Remind me of Wild Arms. So you have some puzzles, and you have like skills.
Yeah.
Outside the combat, no? You press square, maybe you throw a win or do something. But that's all. It's not very difficult puzzle. No, it says.
Yeah.
Always move some blocks and do some shit. But that's it, I would say. I don't have much to say. Again, we already took the other week. Also, I was playing because I got corona, so I was in bed for a week, almost. And I got my Switch again.
Corona, the beer?
Yeah, I wish. I had Metroid Dread that I never played. I just played 30 minutes, I remember when I bought it. Never touched the Switch again until this week. I play all the Metroid games, the classic ones. Like, I play Zero Missions, Samus Return, Super Metroid. Then you have Fusion, and then you have Dread. I played Metroid Prime 1, didn't play the second and 2, and the third one. But I don't know, a lot of people really love Metroid, no? It's like a classic Nintendo game. Maybe not to the same level of Zelda or Mario, but it's there.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of
a third tier.
Yeah.
And what happened to me with this game is like, I like them, but I don't love them. I feel like every Metroid, every classic, even the Prime, which is the same but 3D, it's the same game. Maybe it's on purpose because it's always the same, no? You start with nothing happen with your suit, you need to recover all the same power-ups. The plasma beam, the ability to make yourself a ball.
Yeah.
In every game, you need to do the same. And I remember reading like somebody say like they had the story of Metroid Dread for like 20 years.
Yeah, apparently.
Because Fusion is really old.
Yeah, it came in the Game Boy Advance. Apparently, it was going to be the sequel. It is a sequel, no? But like it was going to come soon, and then it disappeared. Everyone.
Yeah, they were saying that they didn't want it to do because they thought that the technology wasn't.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
But the reality is that the story is you can write it in a napkin. It's like one paragraph.
And this game, also
like,
this game could, like the technology to make this game could have been the same as like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah, no.
Because actually the remake, what it was, Samus Returns, no? The remake
made by the same Spanish studio.
Man, it looks kind of the same. Of course, this one looks better, but it has kind of the same graphics and style.
Mercury stick.
Those one are like the one from Spain, right? Oh, no?
Yeah, Spanish studio.
They did also the Castlevania games, Lord of Shadows.
No, but those games they made a really good job, but it's not their fault that I don't like Metroid that much.
No, of course.
But again, it's like each Metroid, the story is like 2 paragraph max. I mean, it's not why the people play the game. No, you have way more story in the Prime series that you can scan a lot of things.
Yeah, that one you have a lot. It's kind of like Prime. I guess it's kind of like playing a From Software game that you need to read the items and things like that to get the overall idea of the story.
Yeah, I guess most of the world building comes from Prime because.
Yeah.
In the other, you have a few images. In this one, you speak a little bit. I mean, not you, but.
Yeah, you speak with the machine.
Yeah, and the machine speaks to you because Samus doesn't say shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the gameplay is great. It plays really fluently. The movement, everything's way better than in the old ones.
Yeah.
It's hard. Some boss are, I don't know, that hard. Like Hollow Knight is way hard.
Yeah, but that one I think tries to be super hard.
Yeah, but the thing is that games like Hollow Knight are Metroidvanias. Did something. Well, they went a little bit further than Metroid, because Metroid is doing the same.
Yeah, I would say that
Hollow Knight incorporate more characters with some background and even more story.
Yeah, even like Castlevania. Like I play the Symphony of the Night on the PSP. I didn't finish it, but I play a good amount of hours. And that one at least has like cutscenes and characters like talking and things like that. And I enjoy it way more than Metroid. Of course, it's also the setting and the gameplay that I really like. But I think I like it more than, as a Metroidvania game, I like it a little bit more than Metroid.
Yeah, I think I like Castlevania more and then Metroid. But like again, Hollow Knight, for example, is maybe the best Metroidvania until now. And what I didn't like about this one, for example, are the enemies.
Those ones are pain.
Have this robot that you can't defeat, and if they catch you, you have like 2 opportunities of
the parry.
Yeah, and if not, 1 hit and you die. And you need to do it again.
And the timing for the parry is...
No, it's really difficult. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get it, sometimes no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they add in something to the game. Just
been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, just been a pain in the ass. I didn't like it at all. Then you destroy the enemies when you reach certain room near where the enemy is, and you get this super beam that you can use it once to defeat the enemy. But I don't know. I didn't like the enemy at all. Just annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the game. It's well made. Maybe I would say for me, personal taste, I will give it a B. A B because I don't like that much that kind of game.
No, it's
I really enjoy Hollow Knight, but this one was like,
No, yeah, like I think
I like more Metroid Fusion than
this one.
I didn't like Samus Return.
Yeah, like it.
No, I think it was annoying. It was just killing the Metroid.
Yeah.
And with the Primes, I think it's the same. It's the same as the 2D Metroids, but in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, so, it is a really good like translation from 2D to 3D. That's something that it is there and it's really well made. I think like it gets a little bit more interesting. Like everyone say that Metroid Prime 1 is the best one, but I think like the second one and the third one get a little bit more interesting. With the other Samus, it's like all black and things like that.
You finish the 3?
No, I play 1 and 2, and the third one just a little bit.
And let's talk about the remaster of the first one, no? People love it. They say, oh, what a good remaster.
It has the same score that back in the day. It's like a 96 or something.
Do you think it's fair? Because I see the remaster. I didn't play the remaster. I played the original. And it looks kind of the same. Come on.
Yeah, like... I know that it has better graphics, but but it's kind of the same. I think
still graphics than 20 years old graphics. Like, come on.
Yeah, like I think if that is kind of like a taste or a tease of what is going to be Metroid Prime 4, they need to really push it. They really
for example. We saw a little bit of new Metal Gear, the remaster, the Delta.
Yeah.
And it looks like the same game. It looks like Metal Gear 3.
Which
in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. With Super...
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
If there's a tree here in the old one, there's a tree, better looking tree in the new one.
Yeah, the same position of the enemies, the same... like
it's supposed to be a remake, no? But to me, that kind of like a, let's say, like a super remaster, no? It's the same.
Yeah.
Didn't change shit.
They I don't know, like I don't understand yet, and this is like the part that it gets weird, if they are like using the same audio files from the original game, or if they are like re-recording some voices. Because apparently the guy that is the voice of Snake in the old ones before Metal Gear Solid 5 is like celebrating a lot this situation. Like he was taking pictures with the Master Collection, and apparently he's back for
he just gets some money.
And that probably too, but I don't know. I think like he might be back for the remake. For me, like there is two things that happens with the remake. First, that it feels like that I told you, like those videos, like look at Zelda on Unreal Engine, you know, those videos in YouTube that you can find. It's the same. For me, it's the same. Like it's that feeling. Then I saw a lot of people saying that the art direction of the original game, that it has this mood, kind of like dreamy feeling, that is all green and things like that. It's kind of lost because it's focused on hyper realism. Because yeah, you see like, I don't know, the animals and things like that, they look really good for being also a pre-alpha game, because apparently the footage was that. But I don't know, like the thing that it will feel weird, that this is why I feel like when Kojima wanted to take another direction with Metal Gear Solid, for Metal Gear Solid 5, putting these kind of voices wouldn't fit in the game.
No.
It will feel weird. So I think like the voices are super nice, and I like them because it's something that I grew up in me. But I think they work as a PS2 game, or even like on Metal Gear Solid 4, because everything looks so anime and things like that, that it works. I don't know. But when they change it to something that is close to realism, like this remake or remaster, whatever, it feels a little bit, I don't know, out of place to have those voices. And they didn't show anything yet, so I don't know how it will look. But I have the feeling that it will feel a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. I don't think I'm gonna play.
I will play it, but I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna betray your Kojima-san?
Yeah, I want to see. I want to try it at least.
But you were saying, I wouldn't betray Kojima.
No, I might not buy it. I will just like because the thing is for me, and I know that there is a lot of people that say no, but there is people that work in the originals that is working on this thing. Yeah, okay, but who are those people? We don't know anyone. They're like the most essential people that was working on those games, or they left with Kojima, or they are not working anymore. So yeah, you might have some veterans or like from the old days working in these things. It shows that they took like a lot of animations from Metal Gear Solid 5. But I don't know, like I don't understand the people that is so happy of having Metal Gear Solid back when whether you like it or not, it's very Kojima thing. It's his game. I understand that he works with other people and other stuff.
If they remake Metal Gear, they should make a remake, a different game, made by another guy. I don't know, random guy, Peter, with his vision and with his direction. Make something new. But it's a remake of the third one, made by another guy. But it's not gonna be the same game. It's not gonna replace the same game. It's like Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, or like
That's
even
replace the original. It's not made by the same guy.
Yeah. Or like
else.
Yeah, or like Capcom remaking Resident Evil. It's not the same. Yeah. It's not the same people, but they are like making, like I don't know, like a good game. So like it's a new game, but it's not the same.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Not like I said, it looks like a remake, remaster. What's the point?
The cat is. Yeah, I don't know what is the point. And the Master Collection also was a fucking missed opportunity there.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw that like the Feel of View. Not the Feel of View. But everything looks way smaller, no? The screen, what you see.
Yeah.
The one. The resolution.
The resolution, yeah.
I compared that to like it was on a emulator. First, the emulator looks way better and bigger, huh? You see everything.
Yeah.
Nothing is cut.
No, also they have the GOG PC version of the game that it looks way better too. I don't know, like for me, it is weird because they also like charging $60 for this thing. Like $60 or no, I think 50 was the Legacy Collection. That is this one, and it came like with the art book and everything. Yeah, it's a small art book, but at least it has this. And this one includes the Peace Walker, the novels, and so the Metal Gear Solid 4.
At the end, we will say to Konami, like this, no. If you wanna make things, make them right. If not, keep doing pachinko.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is sad that they have some of the base IPs like in their power, and they are like just kind of destroying everything. That's why I don't feel happy about Metal Gear. Silent Hill with the remake, I can at least think that some people of the original teams are working there. So you have that. But also Bluebird team has a bad history of making not so great games.
The thing is that with Silent Hill, they already make shitty games, and it's not as low, maybe as Metal Gear.
No.
But they didn't want to risk anything with Metal Gear and say, let's do the same.
Yeah. Nah, Silent Hill got the destroy after 4, and 4 already got like mixed reviews. It's a good game, but it was already the one that got the mixed reviews. So after that, you got, I don't know, at least 6 games that are really bad.
6.
You got like 1 for PSP.
I got Downpour, Homecoming,
Book of Memories, that is a dungeon crawler for PS Vita.
But don't count that.
Yeah, but it's a Silent Hill game.
Yeah, but the main in the series, you have also Metal Gear AC and AC2.
Well, not that one then. Origins, Shattered Memories. So, man, 4 games.
The movie, you like the movie?
The first one I like it. It has some mistakes, but I like it. The second one is just bad.
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't know. I just know it was with Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Like the same guy that made the first movie is now making this new Silent Hill movie that is apparently about the story of Silent Hill 2. So that could be.
I didn't know they were making a new one.
Yeah. So that could be good, but I don't know. Yeah. We don't know anything about Silent Hill. But like in 2 days we have the first Silent Hill thing. That is the streaming thing that is called Silent Hill Ascension. So it will be like a web series that you can watch with other people, and you kind of like vote every week to take the decisions to see in what way the story will go. I don't know. The first thing that we get from Silent Hill is that project. That is really bad. The Annapurna stuff, I don't know, it could be interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then you have another Silent Hill that is the guy that, you know, that anime that is called Higurashi something. It's like a horror anime.
I know the name, Higurashi. Yeah, but kind of like a Loli anime.
But it's like a horror anime. It's kind of, those ones are a little bit fucked up. But
Is Higurashi no Naka Koroni?
Yeah.
Higurashi when they cry?
Yeah, when they cry.
It doesn't look good at all. I hate this kind of.
I wouldn't say like it's a bad thing. I think it's like a good psychological horror thing.
You watch it?
Yeah, I watch it.
I don't know. It looks like
I don't like the art style.
Like clown?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I hate that style.
But I think it works for the anime. Like it has that kind of art style, but then it's really, I don't know, dark. So.
Are you a Loli lover?
No.
We can name the episode Gino Loli lover. Gino likes Loli.
And I put that song, the one I sent you, of Metal Gear, sneaky, sneaky, sneaking. Can't believe that. But yeah. What other thing did you play recently?
With my hand? No, I don't know.
Final Fantasy.
Well, yeah. No, I'm playing. Didn't finish. I'm playing Final Fantasy 13. I played on the 360 when it came out. I didn't finish it. Like I told you, it's not as bad as I thought. Not great. But I'm going to talk about it when I finish it. I want to finish the trilogy.
Yeah. Well, I tried to play 13-2 because I didn't want to start again 13. And
13-2? You tried to.
Yeah. And like I didn't know that I had the save files, the 99 save files on the Steam account of the 13 original. And yeah, I didn't like it, so I decided to play Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. And yeah, I think like Tactics is a great game. I wanted to play it before because it is kind of like maybe it's not, no, but I feel like it's kind of like a sequel to Final Fantasy 12. Because like in terms of the lore of Ivalice and that stuff, in Final Fantasy Tactics they talk about like how Ivalice had technology and things like that before, and they kind of lost all that. And I think like Final Fantasy 12 could be that, because it's a mix between technology and more medieval stuff. But yeah, I think Tactics is like one of
Background?
Background, I don't know. That one
you say it's more in this same line of Tactics.
Yeah, I would say that. Because that one is more medieval too. But yeah, I think like I really like the games from Yasumi Matsuno. I think he's one of the best things that Square had. The problem is that each game that he touch is really hard. Tactics is really complex because you have your main character that has like a zodiac sign, and to have like the best party combination, you need to choose your sign and combine it with like other party members that have like an affinity with your same zodiac sign. So like Taurus, Virgo, I don't know if that one is like an affinity, but it's like an example, no? So that makes like the game a little bit more complex. I don't know how much it changed because I didn't remember that about the PS1. It is in both games, but I think I never put attention to that.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, so you have that, and each character has different shops that you can choose. That is very Final Fantasy V, and then that translates to Final Fantasy 12. And like the way you unlock shops is that maybe you need to have with one character different levels in different shops. Like for example, I don't know, I think to unlock the ninja you need to be level 4 monk, level 4 something else, something like that. So you kind of need to rotate your shops to unlock different classes. And yeah, and use them the way you want. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's a little bit more darker than what I thought. I knew that it was like that, but
I mean, yeah, that's why for me it's better than the Advance.
Yeah, the Advance. Like yeah, it's such a contrast.
I mean, the Advanced games are good, really good.
Yeah,
but the story and everything way better in the.
Yeah, the advanced games are just good as a tactics game, not as a Final Fantasy with like story and everything.
Like you say that the games from this guy are really hard. I mean, yeah, background is also really complex. But now these days, people like hard games. Maybe in the past, not that much. But with all the, I don't know, from software games and everything like that, if a game is complex and hard, maybe it's not as bad. Maybe before it was too much. I would say that maybe that guy makes a new one.
But like for me, it's kind of like different, because Vagrant or Tactics are hard games, but because like the systems are complex. I know Dark Souls is not like a hard game because it has a system that requires like I don't know, like reading a lot or trying to understand what is happening or what things you can do.
Yeah, no, it's hard in like a mechanic wise.
Yeah, it's kind of like your skill.
About Baldur's Gate, I forgot that. I can talk about that later. But Baldur's Gate is complex in all those things.
Yeah,
and people love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like Baldur's Gate could be a game that the guy could make. But I'm gonna open the door for the cat.
Okay.
You took a lot.
Chino, you're listening? I don't know what to say. I'm alone. Come on.
So I don't know if the guy will make something new. I don't know. I think he's not working with Square anymore. Like he left after.
I think he was not good. Like his health or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was him then.
Like he made like all the story and stuff for Final Fantasy 12, but he didn't finish directing the game. He was replaced by another guy. But something happened like in the process of developing the game. I think it was supposed to come earlier and it didn't happen. And when Hironobu Sakaguchi left the company, I think something happened with him too, like he was kind of upset or something like that.
I would say put him to make a new tactics or a new background or Final Fantasy 17.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but he needs to do something.
The other day there was like an interview with Yoshi P, the guy that always translates everything for him. And he said that now we are going to focus on our new game. So
yeah,
I don't know what that will be. If it will be a sequel to 16, if it will be...
No, I don't want.
Nah, me neither.
I'm making 16 to like 13, 12, 10.
No, I think with the DLCs that we are getting is more than enough.
Yeah.
I would say like 17, but...
I don't think I want, not because I didn't like 16 or Yoshi P. Give it to someone new.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Final Fantasy. It's all.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I don't know which one will be. I think it's probably now in development and we don't know. Because 16 started like just.
Yeah, of course.
After like 15 came out, or at the same time that 15 was coming out, so I think it is already being planned, but I don't know. Like, I don't know why now I get like a lot of videos on YouTube, so many videos like criticizing Final Fantasy 16, how bad it was Final Fantasy 16, or I don't know, like a mediocre game and things like that.
Man, you get what you search.
No, yeah.
That's why you told me the other day where you were getting a lot of midget porn and. No?
Yeah, I didn't want to say in public, but.
Why are you getting these ads? I don't know.
No, but like I don't know what's happening with Final Fantasy 16. I think like I guess it upset a lot of people in one way or another.
Yeah, but the majority of people like.
Yeah, like I understand the points. Like I watch some of these videos just to watch them, and I understand the points. It's the points that everyone has. Some of the pacing with the story, mostly between like Titan and Bahamut. It is true that there is a slow pacing in that moment. The side quest, but the side quest, like, I don't think it's a problem with Final Fantasy. It's a problem with any shared RPG, I think.
Yeah.
They need to change that in any game, because even the great games like Nier Automata or Nier Replicant, they had the same side quest, or Xenoblade. Xenoblade. Yeah, Xenoblade. Xenoblade was at least the first one. No, the second
Xenoblade, one. The subtitle, the side quest game. Like it.
Yeah. And those quests are like the worst ones, because it's like nothing interesting. But I think like I understand that. I personally like the gameplay, but I know that it's not very RPG in terms of like.
Yeah, it's not. We already talked. The equipment is super basic.
Yeah. Like if you need to compare it with something like 12, it's like such a difference in terms of an RPG, because 12 is a very complex RPG, and this one is that I think it goes against like the own nature of the game, because Final Fantasy 16 is complex in a narrative aspect, in characters and things like that. So I think it would have been perfect to have a complex gameplay. I don't think that it should be turn-based. Like I don't need turn-based. If they wanted to do something more action, it could have been that. But yeah, I think like there is a lack of RPG mechanics in the stuff, in the equipment, in the skills. I don't know. It could.
Yeah.
It kinda. It is and it is not. It's kinda like I believe in, but it is simple.
Yeah, but it's there. It's just.
Yeah. It's enough.
Not great, but it's not bad, of course.
Yeah. So I don't know if like in the DLC they will change all that stuff, or I don't think they can change it, but like add a little bit more of that feeling. And then I know that a lot of people complain about the exploration of the game. That I don't know, like I never felt that I needed something else, but of course it would have been nice to have that feeling of like getting to an area that you are not supposed to be there. That's like the thing that I was like telling you about Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, maybe it feels old, the way that they have the structure of the areas and that stuff, but it's nice knowing that maybe I enter this cave and there is super strong enemies and I need to leave, or I find like a door in the middle of nowhere and I don't know what that is. I think that feeling is something that I kinda miss in a Final Fantasy game. 15 had that, because it had like a few dungeons that were like really hard, but those dungeons also were a little bit strange.
I mean, to be honest, 15 I played for like I think 110 hours, something like that, and I didn't finish everything.
No, it had a lot of things.
Yeah, way more than 16.
Yeah,
but 16 is a better game.
Yeah, it's kind of like they can put everything in one. It's always like there is like this. Like I think that 12 is great. I don't think the story is something that will be for everyone. But I think that one is the last one I see that it has great exploration, great side content, and good characters and story and music and gameplay. And 16, I really like it because I like the characters, I like the music, I like the story, and I like the gameplay. But I just think that it's valid to think that it's lacking in the RPG aspect of the game and exploration too.
Yeah. Do you think I can? Are you finished with the Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
So I can talk about my Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
experience.
Let's move
again.
We can close
And
with
I
that one.
Yeah. It took me 120 something hours to finish. I didn't finish every quest, I think. But most of it, I think I did most of it. But of course, in this game, there are quests that you can finish if you do other things. No, you're gonna have different things, different ways of doing the quest.
Yeah.
Different kind. No, for example, in the beginning, the Act 1, I didn't know that you could recruit what's called a Dark Elf, Mithara, something like that. The one that is with the goblins.
Yeah. I kind of did that.
You recruit her?
No, but like I was going to do that. Like I went with them because I saved the goblin that was in the encampment of the other one, see, the druids and that stuff. So I took her to the goblins camp. The goblins treat me really well, and she kind of like offered me to make kind of like an alliance with her and just go and destroy the other campament. And I say okay. But when I was in the other campament about to do that, I kind of felt bad for the other ones, so I helped the other ones to kill that one. It was super hard.
Oh yeah, it's quite cool that you could recruit someone.
Yeah.
But that's the only way of recruiting her, like being an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, more than an asshole, mate.
Yeah.
What I was saying, and yeah, like for example, Halsim, the druid.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't finish. It seemed like I couldn't finish some quests in the second chapter, but on the third chapter, or it was a bug. He wasn't in my camp. Like I lost him forever, and I don't know why. But I mean, it's quite cool that there are few characters that you can recruit or not. In the third chapter, you have one. Second chapter, you have one. Totally optional. I mean, I think you can even kill him and.
Well, I have like a moment in the camp that, well, I guess it would be a spoiler, but I don't care.
Don't spoil it.
It's not like a spoiler of a story, but just like something that happened. You know that Shadowheart is always like fighting with the other one. How is it called? The green one?
Yeah. But don't say, I know what you. They fight and you.
Yeah, I allow them to do their thing, and it was pretty brutal. And then I just went back and and I kept like
you can do lots of things in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
that's quite cool. And for example, chapter 1 took me 37 hours, more or less. Act 2, I didn't like that much. Act 1. I like it, but even I told you maybe I'm not gonna finish the game. I wasn't sure, but I started playing Act 2, and I like it way more than Act 1. The characters, the boss fights, way better.
Yeah.
And Act 3 is kind of weird because you're not exploring anymore, like I don't know, the mountains or like cave. You're in Baldur's Gate. It's like a city, and you have the outskirts also. But you have dungeon, you have like sewers, different things.
Yeah.
But that feels a little bit weird, now that you're in a city. And people say it's quite buggy, the Act 3. I didn't encounter that many bugs.
Yeah, but
I didn't. The same bug that I encountered in Act 1 or 2 and 2, I encountered in Act 3, no?
Yeah, I think they fix a lot of the problems. with all those massive updates that they've been like dropping for months and months.
Yeah. It is true that they left something without finish them, it seems. Like Karlak.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I mean, I can't say much without spoiling, no, but it seems that it needs to be a little more.
Yeah, like you mean
there's a place that you can't enter. Supposedly it's gonna be important, but you can't go. And I think that happened with other characters too. And well, Act 3 took me a lot of time because I thought I was finishing, but then I had more quests. Never stop. Like, I don't know.
It became easier for you to do like the fights and everything, or you all?
I mean, yeah, like I say in a review that I wrote for our Instagram. Like at the beginning, of course, it's way harder. Even more if you didn't play other games like this.
Yeah.
But you get better. It's more fluent. No, at the beginning, I was like, I played on PS5, so like R1, tick, which speed. And then you do it faster. Yeah. Once you learn the skills and their characters. And kind of, I always play with the same 4 characters.
Yeah.
My own character, like a paladin, Karlak, Gale, which one? And Shadowheart. That was my party for almost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I had to change a few characters to finish some mission, like some character story mission.
Yeah.
But if they are not there, it's not that impactful. No, nothing happens much more than, I don't know, this was like a villain. But if you are not with the guy that wants to kill, for example, that villain, it's like it doesn't have any stamps. They just, okay, you're bad, I'm gonna kill. But if you have the other character, other things happen. But Act 3 also had a few cool boss fights. There's like a one with a demon. It's kind of like the music's kind of quite cool. It's kind of like an opera. Like he's like a singing. A few cool fights.
Yeah.
The main story of the game, I think, is the weakest part. It's not that it's bad, but I didn't like much that thing of the illicit and you becoming the squid guy or whatever. I don't know, that didn't like that much. But I like all the side quests and character backstory are way better.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think like the story, it becomes just a kind of like a secondary stuff. You're so focused on the world and the characters and all those things that for me it was kind of hard to keep up with what was happening with the story. Like my feeling around like, or like my feeling with the entirety of Act 1 was like, I don't even know what is the story or what I'm trying to exactly do, more than just trying to think about removing the things, the parasite or whatever.
I mean, yeah, in Act 2 you
get
start to know. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Act 1 is more just about a parasite, but there is something else, no? But it's also related with that. But I think that the story without all the thing with the parasite would have been better. In my opinion, I don't know. But with all the minor bugs and the really slow loading times, like each time you load is like 1 minute. I don't know if that much, but it's a long time. If you come from playing other games on the PS5, then quite fast time, and then this one is like, and sometimes you have to like reload the fight 30 times in a fight because you keep fucking up, and some fights are hard, no, and you need to do it.
Yeah, there is no other way. Yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
With considering that and what I said about the story, I wouldn't give like a perfect score to the game. I would say like maybe it's an S. Yeah, I would say it's an S. A great game. Maybe, I don't know, Game of the Year. I haven't played Alan Wake.
Like for me, I know that personally will be Alan Wake, but or like I will vote for Final Fantasy 16 no matter what. It's just like I need to.
But it shouldn't be like that. You should vote for. I mean, if you manage to play Alan Wake before the voting and you like more, you should vote for what you think is a better game.
Yeah,
not because you like Yoshi P.
No, yeah, but like I don't know. Final Fantasy for me, like it is way more important than Alan Wake. I know that Alan Wake is just like a piece of art because it's like that. It's something very unique, very artistic. Of course, it's I don't know in another league compared to Final Fantasy, but it's like I don't know.
But you are voting for Game of the Year, not Game of.
Yeah, but like you vote for what?
Franchise.
Yeah, but
I have every Final Fantasy game physical copy, but I'm still.
Yeah, I don't know. I will see. I think like
you don't need to vote with your heart. You need to vote with your brain.
No, but I think it's it depends because if you really like it, I don't know.
If you like it more than Alan Wake 2, yeah. But if you play Alan Wake 2 and you say these games are 10,
yeah. I think it will be like just for like I didn't want to watch many reviews or things like that because I really don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying to keep away, or like if I see something on Twitter, I just scroll fast because I don't want to see much. What I get is like it is a very good survival horror game, and it's taking very good like inspiration from Silent Hill and things like that, but instead of like playing like Silent Hill, it plays more like Resident Evil, if that makes sense. Maybe like it doesn't mean that it's action, but the character at least has more like movement and it can like evade attacks, or I don't know, it's more like fast paced, I would say. But everything that I read about the game is just that it's insane.
All the reviews are
very good. Yeah.
I don't know about the Xbox review because they're Metacritic.
That's really weird. They didn't put anything yet. It has a 92 on PC, of course, because it's a very good like PC game, and an 88 in PS5.
So, and to be decided in
Xbox.
In Xbox.
I know what.
Until it's on Game Pass, it seems like Xbox fans are not gonna play.
And there was like the people were saying no, they are going to show Alan Wake in the Xbox streaming because it's coming to Game Pass. I'm saying no, I don't think so. Apparently, like Microsoft didn't want to make Alan Wake 2, and that's why they just gave back the IP to Remedy because they thought that it wasn't going to be successful or worthy or whatever.
Good, because if it weren't because of that, it will be an exclusive. Maybe the only good exclusive of Xbox.
Yeah, I think that one and
Redfall, Starfield, and Imagine Alan Wake 2.
Yeah. Hellblade 2, it seems to be quite the game. But the problem is we don't know much about how it's going to play. We just saw like very cinematic gameplay and things like that. And Stalker 2 that is apparently coming out Q1 of next year.
Do you think so?
Like what I saw the other day is like it got a super big downgrade, the game. if you look at the first trailer that they showed, it looks insane. Like, it's kind of hard to believe that was running on a console. And then like you see the new trailer, it's quite the downgrade, at least on graphics. But it's also understandable because they are from Ukraine, and I think some of the developers also died in the war. So they need to move to Polonia or something like that, or about Poland. I don't know.
Okay, something else?
Nothing else.
Nothing else? Okay, then if this episode doesn't have any problem, we are gonna post it soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.